In today's video, we're going to look at how you can hide and unhide columns in Excel. Now, hiding and unhiding columns is really useful because what it means is you can hide some data and perhaps you don't want that data to be showing because you just want to discuss a more smaller, simplified data set if you're presenting to someone, for example. But it means that because it's hidden, you haven't actually deleted it. So you can easily get it back by unhiding. So we've got some sales data here from 2018 to 2021, and it's broken out by the quarters Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. And then we've got the totals for the quarters in this row here and the totals for the years in this column here. And then this cell here, cell G9, sums up everything, all of the individual quarters for all of the years. So that's our total figure of absolutely everything. So let's say we're only interested in looking at the totals for the individual years, and we don't need a breakdown of the quarters. So to do this, we'll want to basically hide column C to column F. Now, there's a few ways you can do this. First of all, you can click on column C and then holding the click down, drag all the way across to column F, just like that. Or you can click on column C, press Shift, hold this down, and then select column F, and it will automatically highlight all of these columns. Now, to actually hide the columns themselves, there's a couple of options. We can just right click and hide, which is pretty simple. And I'm just going to go back with Control Z. But the other option is also to come up to the format menu and we can go to the visibility section where we can see the hide and unhide options, and then we could do hide columns. Now, obviously that's a bit longer, so generally I will always just click on the columns themselves, but it's worth being aware that the menu option is up there too. So we're going to unhide these now. So before I did that by just going back, undo, so I use Control Z. But you can also right click here. Once you've highlighted the columns that have been hidden, right click and then do unhide, and everything will appear again, just like that. Something else to be aware of is that there's a quick way to hide columns that are not next to each other. So say we were interested in just Q1 and just Q3, and we wanted to hide column D with Q2 in and column F with Q4 in. So what we could do there, we could click on this one here, and rather than hiding this and then click on this one and hiding it, we can press Control and have both of these selected, even though they're not next to each other, then right click and hide. And now we just have Q1, Q3, and obviously the total that we've got there still. And then we can simply unhide this. Just going to need to highlight over all of those and unhide again. Now, hiding and unhiding rows is exactly the same process. So let's say we wanted to hide all of the rows apart from the 2018 one. So in that case, I'm just going to select these ones here, right click and hide, and there we go. We've got all of the rows hidden apart from the 2018 row. And then again, we can just unhide that. And just to remind you, we can right click and unhide, or we can come up to the format option, hide and unhide, and we can unhide rows just there. So that's just a quick run through of how you can hide and unhide rows and columns in Excel. As I said, it's a useful way to perhaps present a data in a more minimal way where you don't have as much information without deleting data. So a really useful thing to be aware of. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.